Mae'r fwyell wedi disgyn yr uwch gyngred Cymru a'r 12 clwb yn awr wedi gwahanu a'i gosod yn y hanner ucha a'r hanner gwaelod. Y 12 wythnos i nawr bydd y cyfan yn dod i ben gyda llaw. 10 gêm i fynd, 10 gêm i gyrraedd y brig, neu'r gêm i ail gyfle, a 10 gêm i osgoi disgyn. A dyna lle ni'n canolbwyntio gynta y clybiau lawr yn y gwaelodion, y Dre Newydd yn brwydro i aros yn y gyngrair. Yn cwrdd â Llansawel yn newydd ddyfodiad sy'n dechrau dal i tir lawr yn y gwaelodion na. Dre Newydd yn ebyn Llansawel yw i ail ran y tymor yn dechrau. Ni'n edrych ymlaen yn fawr at yr wythnosau nesaf. Ni'n sôn am y Dre Newydd, un o'r ffyddloniaid gan bod i y noson fawr o ran rhaglen dyledu y traitors a fyddan nhw'n ffyddlon i'r gyngrair. Maen nhw wedi bod yma o'r dechrau, Malcolm. Nhw a Aberystwyth, a nhw a Aberystwyth yw'r ddau glwb yn y ddau safle gwaelod. Yn gallu achub eu hunain?
Wel, maen nhw'n heiddi bod yna ar ôl y hanner cyntaf tymor, ond da ni'n dod i fewn i'r busnes end fan dyna. 10 gêm i fynd, da ni'n ar ochr yn sedda, ac am tro gyntaf rhai blynyddoedd ar y brig yn y chwech ucha ac ar y gwaelodion. Aberystwyth, Dre Newydd, gyda fi deimlad am y ddau nhw, erwydd dwi wedi bod efo nhw ar y daith yma am gymaint o flynyddoedd. Ond Aberystwyth, dim siawns. Dre Newydd maen nhw wedi bod yn y safle yma o blaen. 3 gwaith o dan Chris Hughes a wedi cyrraedd y seithfad safle 2 waith. Felly, profiad yn ystafell newid, Callum McKenzie ni sriolwr i Chris Hughes ar y pryd yn mynd â fo trwy yr amser yna, ac Craig Williams, Shane Sutton a Jason Oswell, oedd nhw ar y daith yma hefyd. Pobl mawr, personoldeb mawr yn yr ystafell newid yna.
Chwaraewyr newydd yn cyrraedd y Dre Newydd, ni sôn am hynny yn y man ar ôl edrych ar yr hyn sydd i ddod, penwythnos yma, dyma'r gemau i chi, un di cael ei gyhirio yn barod, mae'n batrwm yn dewi yn ddiweddar, mae yna storm i fod yn deg Cynarfon y Seintiau Newydd. Felly, yn sgil honna heno, fe all pen y bont godi ar y brig, maen nhw'n cael tymor gwych yn dyn nhw'n dyn ar sodle y Seintiau Newydd a hefyd heno, ni'n sôn am Aberystwyth. Wel, maen nhw ar y gwaelod yn cwrdd ar Bari. Digon yn digwydd, tipyn yn gallu newid, fel hyn mae ar y brig, mae mor agos rhwng y ddau ucha yna. Mae'n wych cael gornest go iawn hefyd tu ar brig a lawr yn y gwylodion. Dyna pam i ni yma heno, wrth i chi weld y Dre Newydd. A Llansawel, Flint lawr yna hefyd. Di sôn am 10 gêm i fynd, Malcolm. Dre Newydd ddim di ennill mewn 10 yn y gyngor. Wedi colli 9, angen gwirth dos bosib.
Wel, Callum McKenzie, dwi'n meddwl, ges i sgwrs o fo gyna, dydym yn reit isal i ffordd. Ond dwi dall, dwi'n di gael 1 pwynt eto na ddo. Mae o'n fai i fi bach ar hanner gyntaf tymor efo ddoth o fewn Scots Scot yn ymddiswydd o fond cymryd osod. Mae wedi bod yma i rai blynyddoedd, a wedyn mae'r pwysau a cyfrifoldebau yna fo. Ond, di'r tîm maen nhw wedi tango flawn i. Dyn nhw ddim wedi perfformio iddo fo, ond drwan ti'n dod i'r twll ma lle ti'n torchi llewis, lle ti'n gorfod o cael nhw'n ada. Golli nhw uno, 5 pwynt o waniad rhwng nhw a Llansawel, a ti'n meddwl chdi dyn nhw'n mynd i gael y gap yna fo 9 gêm i fynd. Felly, mor bwysig, hanfodol bod nhw'n cael rhywbeth o'r gêm.
Ie, pan chi'n meddwl am 1 pwynt mewn 10 gêm, mae angen i rhywbeth newid o ran y Dre Newydd. Malcolm di sôn am y rheolwr nhw, Callum McKenzie. Mae wedi fod yn siarad gyda Mike Davies.
Callum, Newtown start the final third of the season in the relegation places. Is tonight's game a must-not-lose game?
Listen, it's a really big game, no hiding from that, but if it's I'm not sure it's a must-not-lose game at this stage. I think for both teams we're looking to start the second phase in a positive manner. Yeah, we'll be looking to do that, and what will be will be.
Newtown have made some new signings during the week, including goalkeeper Julian Swartzer. What can we expect from your new recruits?
Some positivity. You know, they haven't got the scars of phase 1, which is part of the reason why we look to bring a couple in, aside from the holes we had in the squad from phase 1. Some pace and power, which I think we've been missing. A bit more of a threat. A couple of them bring a little bit of creativity, which again I think we've been missing in phase 1. And Julian will give us a bit of confidence. His distribution is very good, and we're looking forward to trying to utilise that and turn it into a bit of a weapon for us.
Newtown have been here before, second from bottom. You were with the club then. You did survive and went on a good run. Can you do it again?
Listen, there's no reason why not. I think circumstances around that time were a little bit different. Funny enough, we were talking about that, myself and Craig, in the week. Listen, who knows what will happen in phase 2? You know, you've got two. It's a strong bottom 6 this year, Connors Quay and Barry Town, who will want to go on and cement 7th place. We'll be looking to Listen, our main aim is to stay up and get out of that relegation zone as quickly as possible, and that's what we're looking to start tonight.
Callum McKenzie, diolch yn iawn.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed.
Cheers,
Thanks,
mate.
mate.
Wrth i'r glaw ddisgyn, dyma i chi rediad diweddar y dre newydd. Mae'n drychu'n ebus, mwy na lai, Malcolm. Chi'n sôn am colli 9 o'r 10 diwetha, gollion yn Copan Cymru neu Llan Uwchlyn hefyd. Ond mae yna chwaraewyr newydd wedi dod mewn, 3 wedi cyrraedd 2, 1 yng nghanol cae, 2 ymysodwr. Mae'n dach chi 2 gol geidwad yn cynnwys mab Mark Schwarzer, Julian Schwarzer sy'n dechrau eno. Craig Williams wedi dychwelyd. Yw'r rhain ni'n gallu gwneud gwaniaeth?
Wel, hen benna, Craig Williams, 35 oed. Bydach chi'n cwestiynau llai ffitwydd o, ond oedd coesa efo'r egni na. So'r cyflymdra na, lle ti'n gwneud newid o hanner llath i fynd yn sydyn. Dwi'n mwyn gwybod sydd hwnna dal yna gyda fo Shane Sutton, mae o'n 37, neu ffrall round y bol, 1.35, a mae Jason Oswell yn 32. Ond beth dwi'n dweud ydy, mae'n i gwrdd o brofiad, ond be mae di ychwanegu efo'r chwaraewyr yma di, cyflymdra'n un peth, cymryd pobl ar. A mwy na hynny i fi ydy cryfdar. Maen nhw wedi cael ei bwlio allan o'r gema, gymaint o'r gema tymor hyn. Fe dwi'n fforddio wneud hynna rwan. Mae'r 6 isa yma yn gystadleol. Mwy cystadleol mae roed i blod o blaen o'r iddo Bari a Cei Conana. Felly mae'n mynd i fod yn anodd. Mae'n eich di ddechrau rwla a hyn oedd di ella'r buddigoliaeth gyntaf iddo fo gael. Angen mwy o hyder. Oedd o'n ysbrydoli fi yn y sgwrs yna fyna. Mae'n rhaid fod yn heintus fel reolwr. Yn o'r stafell newid, ti eisiau codi pawb. Ti'n fod? Nes i mwyd o gael yna. Ni
gyd yn wahanol, yn dyn ni, Malcolm. Sôn am chwaraewyr newydd, beth am y rai sydd ddim yn barod, boes fel Aaron Williams, Zeli Ismail hefyd, yw e'n gallu gwneud gwaniaeth?
Mae Ismail unwaith eto tymor yma wedi bod yn chwaraewr a hanner. Faint o gyfleoedd mae o wedi greu. 13 dwi'n meddwl, mwy na neb yn y gyngrair, ond blwyddyn yma, mae'n mynd i mewn i ddyn neu tu allan. Felly, droed chwith. Y croesiad yma, fod tu allan i'w droed chwith tro yma. Digon o ddoniad, digon o sgilia. Mae'r gallu erioed wedi bod ganddo fo, bod prif sgoriwr dre newydd efo 8 blwyddyn dwytha hefyd. Dwi'n yn sgorio llawer, ond mae o'n creu. A mae o'n dewis, dwi'n jyst yn ei croesiadau i fewn weithiau, mae o'n dewis y chwaraewyr yn y canol. Dyn nhw ddim di sgorio mewn 26 o goliad, a mae dyn yma, Ismail, mae o di creu hanner nhw. Ti'n bod, mae'n lot, dydy, bod mae'n hanner y goliad.
Zeli Ismail felly'n bwysig dros ben dre newydd. Ni wedi trafod y tîm cartre beth am yr ymwelwyr derch ni glywed gan i'r rheolwr nhw, Andy Dyer.
Andy, you finished the first part of the season with a flourish with that big win at Aberystwyth, and tonight provides you with an excellent opportunity to build on your point score against a struggling Newtown side.
Yeah, we did. We had a good Christmas period, to be fair, and got some good points on the board with some good results and more importantly, some good performances. But, you know, in terms of Newtown struggling, any game here is a tough game. So, you know, we know what our challenge is tonight, and hopefully we can, you know, pick up from where we were at Aberystwyth a couple of weeks ago and go again.
And you must be so pleased with the way that your young players have adapted to the challenges of the Cymru Premier.
Yeah, listen, I've said from word go, and I was even touching off camera there with Mal earlier on about how well we are, how much we're going to grow into this league this year, and that's exactly what the young boys are doing. It takes a little bit of time to adapt to this, as we all know. It's a huge gulf between this league and the Cymru South, to be perfectly honest with you, but the boys have been brilliant.
And the challenges come thick and fast, and Newtown have brought in some new recruits. It's not going to be easy tonight.
No, absolutely. As I just touched on now, you know, we've always struggled here. So tonight, you know, we've really got to be at our best, bring our A game, and make sure we're bang on it from where we go.
Andy Dyer, diolch yn iawn.
Briton
Cheers.
Ferry Llansawel, Andy Dyer. Dwi'n di llwyddo ennill 2 gêm yn olynol. Gallai hynny newid heno. Yw hwnna'n bwysig achos maen nhw wedi bod yn casglu pwyntiau yn weddol gyson yn ddiweddar.
Ie, neb yn pwyth. Dyna di, so maen nhw wedi curo y 2 ar y brig, Seintiau Newydd, Pen y Bont.
Hwna'n ryfeddol yn dweud.
Mae'n ryfeddol. Ar ôl y dechrau cychwyn gadw, colli 6 dwi'n meddwl, cyntaf. Wedyn, fel eich doedd o'n i cyfwylio cyntaf gathon ni ni, cyn y gêm Pen y Bont, a'r gêm cyntaf tymor, be ddigwyddodd oedd, hei, da ni'n mynd i ddysgu, da ni'n mynd i datblygu ar y ffordd. A dyna be maen nhw wedi gwneud. Union be nath o ddeud i eiria. Ond beth sy'n bwysig ydy, pobl fel Befan yn ganol cae, fo ac ti'n edrych ar chwaraewr wrth i ochr o Bets, Befan a Bets.
Price, ti'n fod yn dda hefyd, dwi'n mewn o Met.
Do tad, ond maen nhw wedi cael rhyw, maen nhw wedi gweddi a dechrau ennill gema. Efo chwaraewyr ifanc llawn egni, da ni'n gwybod i system, ond mae o wedi dod i arfer i'r system ar lefel gwahanol. A i fi, maen nhw yn tîm sydd wedi ddatblygu mwy na neb arall yn y tymor yma I aros I fyny tymor yma. Dyna di uchelgeisio nhw, ond gyda nhw ella fwy o siawns. Mae un tîm yma'n un heno ar I fyny, mae llall ar I lawr.
Beth am yr ymwysodwyr, cyfuniad diddorol dan nhw. Dych chi Luke Bowen, profiadol, 5 gol. Caleb Demery, boi ifanc, 4 gol. Tom Walters fan hyn, 6 dy fe.
A hei, siarad fo Tom cyn y gêm yn fan hyn, a nes I dweud, hei, ti'n mynd I sgorio yno, un peth amdano fi, neu gyrraedd y safleoedd I sgorio, meddwl fo. Ond mae Tom, rhwng Tom a Luke Bowen blwyddyn dwytha dros 20 gol. Felly ti'n edrych blwyddyn yma, maen nhw eto yn sgorio dim gymaint, mae lefel uwch, mae Luke Bowen di arfer y lefel yma, ond dwi'n just meddwl, mae Tom Walters yn cael ei hun, mae'n sgorio bob math o goliau. A mae o'n just dysgu am y lefel yma, cofia. Mae wedi cael, mae eisiau profi pwynt bod eigon da. Dwi wrth y modd efo bob un challenge, mae Andy Dyer yn taflu ti dîm, ac nath ni weld yn y gêm yn ebyn Aberystwyth, ydyn nhw'n mynd I gyro 2 gêm nôl yn ôl. Barn mi, maen nhw'n llawn hyder.
Pa mor bwysig yw'r gêm gyntaf yma yn ail ran y tymor? Mae'n teimlo fel bod chi'n gallu gosod eich marc yn syth.
Mae'n mor bwysig. Sarth Awdurdod, ti'n edrych ar Llansawel yma, 5 pwynt yn glir o dre newydd os ydyn nhw'n curo yma heno. 9 gêm I fynd, ti'n edrych allan o gêm yn sydyn. Mae rei chdi ar y droedd flaen. Mae'n rhyw agwedd penderfynol bod chdi'n mynd ymlaen ar rediad da, a mwynhau'n byd arall, ti'n creu momentum sy'n peth anoddau wneud yn gebl droed.
Max, diolch yn fawr iawn. Max yn mynd I ymuno yn y pwynt sylwebu gyda Mike Davies. Sylwebeth I ddod fan hyn felly yn y dre newydd. English language commentary available. Bryn Thomas and Tommy Morgan waiting for you there. By the way, Mark Jones with us all season, usually some health issues lately. Jonah, we're thinking of you. We're missing you. We're not missing your choice of music, but we are missing you. Here you're up and about. Great news. Newyddion gwych o ran Mark fan yna. Wrth I ni weld y ddau dîm yn camu'r cae. Dewch yn ymuno. A'n tîmau sylwebu felly.
Thank you, Dylan. Yes, and just to reiterate what he said there, Jonah, we send you our best wishes on behalf of myself and Tommy. I'm sure Tommy will chip in later on. But hopefully I'm an able substitute for you, Jonah. All the best. It's the first game of the playoff conference. It's at Newtown in the relegation zone, in 11th position, in an unaccustomed position, who welcome Briton Ferry Llansawel, who are in 9th position and a few points above them. They are 2 points ahead. And as the boys were saying there, a win for Briton Ferry this evening would take them, well, 5 points clear of Newtown, and would make that gap very, very hard to close in the remaining fixtures. 10 games to go before the end of the season. Now, Callum McKenzie, the Newtown manager, he makes 3 changes from the side that lost here 2-1 against Penabont. In goal, we have Julian Schwarzer and Raheem Reid, the 2 new signings, and Calvin Smith come in for Sam Usher, Devon Torrey and Callum Roberts. Andy Dyer, well, not unsurprisingly, Tommy Morgan, he keeps faith with the same 11 that thrashed your team, Aberystwyth, 6-1 away in the last fixture.
Yes, certainly just looking at the Newtown lineup here and looking forward to seeing the new signing Reid, number 37 there. Oswell been amongst the goals this season, and defensively Craig Williams comes in at right back, so he's got plenty of experience, but whether he'll be able to handle the pace that Llansawel will throw at them this evening in Hereford and Dyer on the wings. And obviously Walters and Bowen have been on a hot streak of goals recently, so Newtown's defence need to be at their best this evening and trying to get a clean sheet. And there is Julian Schwarzer there, new custodian for the Robins. Got a famous father in Mark Schwarzer, but he's also an international himself for the Philippines, 3 caps for the Philippines. So Newtown hoping, to get some clean sheets, which they've been finding very difficult to get during the season. And that's Jenkins there, Kean Jenkins, highly rated defender, can play on both flanks. And he's joined in the summer from Swansea City, and he's very highly rated.
Our referee this evening is Mr. Nick Pratt from Connors Quay. We were supposed to be, by the way, just in case you're a bit confused, the original match was Carnarvon against the New Saints, but there were concerns there over the floodlights after Storm Eowyn, which has really affected North West Wales today. So it was a late change for us here to see Callum McKenzie looking for his first win. This is his 8th game in charge of the Robins, and he's lost every single one of them. Now there's a long throw coming in, looking for the big man. Sutton was in there. It falls as an early opportunity for the home side. Falls for Jason Oswell. And Tommy Morgan, he should be taking advantage of those opportunities.
Yeah, certainly, but long throw comes in here. Nice little flick on by Shane Sutton. And he swivels on that. And to be fair to Fuller, he gets down really quickly and saves that at the near post. But great opportunity, good positive start.
Low ball whipped in and headed away. I think it was Luke Bowen who was there for Briton Ferry. It's an encouraging start for the home side as it's knocked forward again by Shane Sutton. Sutton, nice control. Smith, one of the 3 changes this evening, Calvin Smith. So you've got Calvin Smith and you've got Dominic Smith as well at the back. First touch for Julian Schwarzer. 3 caps for the Philippines forward. And the first touch for Raheem Reid.
Yeah, just drifted offside there, Reid. But looks like an intense start by the Robins, trying to put Briton Ferry under some early pressure here.
Briton Ferry coming into the match on the back of 3 unbeaten league games, which has lifted them out of the relegation zone. It's Aberystwyth at the bottom as things stand. They're playing this evening, by the way. They're at home against Barrytown United. And in the Championship Conference, it's Cardiff Met against Penabont, and a win for Penabont would take them top of the table, with TNS's game being called off. Reid, he started out on the left-hand side. Raheem Reid. Smith looking for Jason Oswell. Well, he was muscled out there by Nelson Sankia. Low knee from Newport County. And it's a free kick to the home side.
Yeah, definitely Oswell showing his experience there. Don't think he really touched him there, but takes a nice little dive. Gets his team a free kick in a very advantageous position.
Well, in the opening 3 minutes, all the action has been away to the left. And it's the league's top creator. More assists than anybody. 13 assists for Zeli Ismail. Can he create here? Oh, the big men up from the back. Sutton's ball's in, looking for Smith. And it was the new boy, Raheem Reid, with the touch. He's frustrated. That was an opportunity.
Yeah, Ismail, great delivery here. Plenty of pace on the cross. And Reid just gets there in front of the defender. Just can't guide it into that far post that we was aiming for. Probably would have had full stretch there. So bright start for Reid, who's been brought in by Callum McKenzie to add a bit more power and pace to the forward line.
Yeah, 5 new additions yesterday by Newport County. Now then, there's an opportunity here for Walters. Walters, he's got the confidence by the ball across the goal. And rushing in, it was Dyer. It was the manager's son. It was Rio Dyer, who was so close to getting the final touch there.
Yeah, some really good work from the goal kick. I think Walters wins the first header. Licks his head up there and whips in a dangerous cross there. Just a yard or two short there was Rio Dyer. But again, the one thing they've done this season or recently is they fill the box when they're attacking. They've got a bit of pace on the flanks as well.
Smith. And it was Walters now then. Briton Ferry just looking to work their way back into the game here. As Walters just sprays a long ball, runs through straight to Schwarzer. It's a really exciting opening 5 minutes, Tommy.
Certainly a nice open game. Let's hope it carries on in that vein.
Schwarzer. Final touch came off Nelson Sanka.
Interesting to see Newtown with, has been the top scorer, playing in midfield now, a little bit of a deeper role for him. Aaron Williams.
George with the throw-in, looking for Walters again. Bowen up with Dominic Smith, Shane Sutton, Sanka. And it was Bowen who was in there again. Falls to Robbie Evans. Evans looking for the run of Jason Oswell. The intent was a good one, Tommy, but delivery not quite on the button.
Yeah, not quite the execution.
Jenkins. And it's cleared away. It was Gammond who was in there. Player of the month for December, Alex Gammond.
Yeah, no-nonsense defender, Gammond.
They're singing in the rain of the visitors' fans. It's a cold evening at Latham Park. It's a wet evening as well.
Long trip for those fans up from Swansea area.
Jenkins with the throw-in for Briton Ferry. As Sanka just out-muscles Reid. That's going to be an interesting contest on the right-hand side between Nelson Sanka and Raheem Reid. Brian George back to Alex Gammond. This is Cian Jenkins. And, Briton Ferry, they've weathered that early storm, Tommy.
Yeah, certainly have. And to be fair, they play with plenty of width to Briton Ferry. George on this side there, stretching the Newtown defence.
And likewise Corey Herford on the left-hand side. When you've got two big target men up front in Tom Walters and Luke Bowen, you can afford to do that.
Yeah, you can. But the thing is, as any strike will tell you, you need service. So getting the balls into that penalty area would be key this evening. Their last visit to Park Avenue when they won comfortably, they managed to do that, getting plenty of balls in there for the Aber to defend. Yeah. Shane Sutton giving a cheap free kick away there.
He's a loyal servant, Shane Sutton, the Newtown captain. As Ryan Bevan just lofts the ball to the edge of the penalty area. An opportunity, the effort comes in and just flashed over the bar. It was Rio Dyer who was in there looking for his first goal this season.
Yeah, just picking that ball up on the edge of the penalty area. Enough said about the effort.
Yeah, sliced the ball wide as we approach the 10-minute mark,
which has actually flown by. Andy Dyer looking a bit cold there. Sure, a goal would warm him up a bit.
Schwarzer with the clearance, looking for Oswell, and it's Sanka once again. Smith, Dom Smith with the header, and Calvin Smith will just let that one run out. This is only the third meeting between these two sides. The two, of course, in the first half of the season, and both signed the home side won. Newtown won 1-0 here on the 7th of September, courtesy of Aaron Williams' goal, and then on the 3rd of December at the Old Road Welfare Ground, Briton Ferry got their revenge, 2-1 winners.
Oswald's had a bright start, to be fair to him. Been quite prominent in most of Newtown's good play early in this game.
Calvin Smith with the free kick. Ball forward looking for Aaron Williams, and Saint Sutton's ball just too quick and too high for Raheem Reid. But on as even so far, Tommy. I mean, Newtown certainly got the better of the first 5 minutes, and then Briton Ferry, you've bossed the second half of that 10 minutes. Still Cardiff Met 0, Penybont 0. Aberystwyth and Barry Town, they start in 5 minutes. There's Mark Schwarzer in the middle there, with Paloma, his wife, just to his left. And I wonder, Tommy, most probably be the first time he's watched a match in the JD Cymru Premier.
I would have thought so.
Ball out to the left-hand side, looking for the run of Robbie Evans. Evans just waits for Calvin Smith. Smith. Now, can he get the cross in? Smith, oh, he does well. Lifts it to the far post, and the ball just cushioned. It was Jason Oswell who was there. Infringement, I think it was an offside in there. Calvin Smith did really well to get that cross away.
Yeah, as a striker, you rely on the service. Smith does really well here. Clips a lovely ball to the back post. Not sure if that was offside or not, but he should have done better with the header, that's for sure. It's the second time Oswald's had a header in now.
5 goals this season, Jason Oswell. Aaron Williams on 7. But, scoring goals has been a problem for Newtown. Only Aberystwyth have scored fewer. As the referee spots an infringement. Newtown, they've scored 24. Aberystwyth have scored 18.
Well, 18 from halfway through the season is just not good enough. And I think Malcolm did say pre-match there that he thought Aberystwyth were doomed, but there's points still to be gained, so you can't really write them off. But it's going to be a very difficult task for them to get out the corner they are in now. And then the 3 teams above them, I think their future in the league will depend on how they go on against each other.
Yep, as things stand, Aberystwyth rooted to the bottom on 14 points. Newtown start of the match on 19, Flint on 20, Briton Ferry 21, and then there's a gap then to Connors Quay on 26, and then Barry Town on 30. Tomorrow it's Flint Town United against Connors Quay Nomads, which is already a big match. There's 30 points to play for, Tommy. But, this one's a big match. If Briton Ferry win, that gap will open again.
A 5-point gap, then yes. So certainly it's a game that Newtown can't afford to lose, that's for sure. But the 2 teams that Aberystwyth obviously playing tonight, they'll be hoping for a draw from this game to keep them in contention.
Good play, good strong play by Dom Smith to Reid. Oh, he's just out-muscled there by Nelson Sanka. Sanka, he's grown into the game after a few early glitches.
Another strong challenge there by Smith. Dominic Smith that time on George.
Dominic Smith, the only ever present. He started every single game this season for Newtown, as he did last season. The only player to start every game for Newtown in the last season and a half.
Looks as if that ball went out of play, in and out. So throw into the Ferry.
And it's George. He was looking for Walters. Ball back with Ryan George. Dyer. And it's Robbie Evans back doing the defensive duties. 15 minutes played at Latham Park as Ishmael looks for the run of Raheem Reid. Reid, can he get the better of Sanka? And the Newport County Loney gets the better of Reid once again.
Yeah, in a battle physicality there, Sanka came out tops.
He's done well, Tommy, after he did have a shaky start, but he's getting the better of Raheem Reid, certainly.
Yeah, it was just a bit a race there for the ball. It looked as if he got a bit of pace about him, Sanka, which is really handy for the centre-back.
Sharp with a header. Ollie Sharp. Nick Pratt just making sure that Ryan George takes the throw in from the correct position. Forward by Bowen, looking for the run of Walters. Sutton. Back to Schwarzer. Schwarzer just hoofed away by Lewis Bates for Briton Ferry.
Game's gone a bit scrappy now in the last 5 minutes or so. Neither team's really getting hold of the ball or been able to pass it or keep possession for any period of time.
Zeli Ishmael with the throw in for Newtown. Yep, 5 new players arriving yesterday. 2 keepers in Julian Schwarzer and the former Bala Town keeper Abidan Edwards, who came in as a free agent, and then Deshaun Martin from Bedworth United, Wahib Tara, Frenchman, both on the bench this evening, and Raheem Reid, who moved from Rochelle Olympic, who starts out on the left-hand side this evening. This is Calvin Smith just loses out as Sutton looks again for Raheem Reid. He's seen a lot of the ball in the first half, and he's just out-muscled once again by Ryan George. Now then, George, Reid's down on his haunches, asking the question, George, can he get the cross away? George does that to the far side, and it's headed away. Is an effort coming in from Walters, and it was Rio Dyer with a snapshot. Couple of opportunities for the visitors, and that was a long ball for Jason Oswell to chase. That one stays in play. He's got Alex Gammond trying to stop the cross. Oswell does well to the far side. Header into the back of the net. And it's Aaron Williams, the top scorer after 18 minutes. Puts the home side ahead. His 8th goal of the season. And he scored in every single match against Briton Ferry this season.
Yeah, excellent goal. Well worked by the Robins. Oswell down this left-hand side, takes on Gammond, and Williams just pulls away at the last minute and gets himself a bit of space and powers the header past Will Fuller to give the Robins a lead. Ooh, actually, it's funny, Briton Ferry could have been one up the other end, and they broke away in transition, but lovely header. Back across, no chance for the keeper. Well-worked goal for the Robins.
And Andy Dyer will not be happy at all with the defending. The amount of space that he had there, well, was criminal.
Yeah, I think his role this evening, you know, coming from a deeper role, probably afforded him that kind of space. Coming a bit late, defender wasn't switched on, didn't see him as a danger.
And it's something you'd highlighted earlier on, Tommy, when you said that Aaron Williams was playing a deeper role in midfield, and he just timed that run to perfection.
But certainly a good opportunity. I think the header came in from Luke Bowen. He should have scored, actually, for Briton Ferry, and then one long pass, and Oswell's in down this left-hand side.
Well, they did very, very well there, did Newtown. 20 minutes played. Aaron Williams, top scorer for the last 3 seasons, has scored his 8th of this campaign. And Callum McKenzie, he'll be a bit more content. Well, we understand that they had an hour-long meeting pre-match just to discuss the situation. Whatever was said there, Tommy Morgan, well, it's worked because the players are certainly up for this one, the Newtown players.
Certainly a long way to go, though. Game's certainly not over yet.
Opportunity for the effort from far. It was Ryan George who was there with the shot. No, it was Bevan, I apologise. It was Ryan Bevan. He was given far too much space again on the edge of the area.
Yeah, it takes a little deflection. Shane Sutton there. Good bit of defending from the centre-back. Just seen it from behind the goal there. Just enough to deflect that past the post.
Now, this Briton Ferry's first corner kick. And it's to be taken by Cian Jenkins, left-footed. He'll curl this one. It's a deep one to the far post. Keeper, it wasn't quite convincing there. Julian Schwarzer got away with it.
Yeah, he's flapping a little. Not sure who committed a foul there. Just seen it there, Jenkins. Nobody near him, really. Not too sure what referee Nick Pratt saw there.
Zeli Ismail just creates the space. He's got 3 in the middle to aim towards. It's Williams again! Aaron Williams, they're jumping for joy on the touchline. And Aaron Williams doubles the lead. 22 minutes played, his 9th goal of the season. Newtown are in dreamland.
Yeah, certainly another well-worked goal by the Robins down this right-hand side. Ismail it is, across, he's right on the button, and this time it's Jason Oswell who heads it back across the goal. Ismail, 13 assists already this season, that's number 14. But it's quite interesting there, he actually told Williams to get out of his way. He went for the near post and got the space of the back post.
Tommy Morgan, always right. It was Jason Oswell. Got carried away with Aaron Williams, but it's Jason Oswell that makes it 2-0 on 22 minutes. And it's a 14th assist of the season for Zeli Ismail. Now there's a long way back here for Briton Ferry Llansawel. And the ball into the box. Looking for the turn. Well, just been crowded out once again. And it's Zeli Ismail. Reid was calling for it. Oswell almost got in ahead of Sanka. Smith. And as things stand, Newtown climb above Briton Ferry Llansawel into 9th position. Flint drop into the bottom 2. And Briton Ferry down to 10th.
2 excellently taken goals by the Robins.
Aaron Williams with the opener on 18 minutes. Jason Oswell, his 6th of the season on 22 minutes. And here's confirmation. Newtown up to 9th, leapfrogging Llansawel, Briton Ferry Llansawel. Well, here come the visitors, and the referee just sees the little touch by Zeli Ismail. Pleases his innocence, of course.
Yeah, he definitely knew what he was doing there. Bevan, is it?
Still goalless in the other games this evening. Cardiff Met 0, Pinnabont 0, Aberystwyth 0, Barry Town 0. That one kicked off at 8 o'clock. It's ball played in. It was Hereford and Bevan who were there, and back doing the defensive hard work. Aaron Williams scoring one end, conceding the corner at the other end.
Certainly got the aerial power to defend as Williams.
Now it's Cian Jenkins with the corner kick, ball whipped in, cleared away, back to Jenkins, lifts the ball to the far side, and there's an opportunity for Reid to clear the ball upfield. Newtown deserving the 2-0 lead, Tommy?
Yeah, I think so. Really important 5 minutes from now to keep Briton Ferry out, I think. Andy Dyer certainly not happy with his team there. Barking out the orders. He's quite satisfied, I think, at the moment. Although it was quite a strange interview before the game, wasn't it?
Very, very odd, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Very odd. Seemed very downbeat, didn't he?
Yes, he did. And he's maybe he's inspired his team.
Well, it's 2 crosses and 2 headers that have done the trick for Callum McKenzie's side. And when you consider, Tommy, that you've got Alex Gammond in the middle of the defence marshalling for Briton Ferry, it's a bit surprising possibly that that's how they've found the back of the net.
Yep.
Jenkins, a hopeful ball which is punted back by Shane Sutton. Should be comfortable for Will Fuller. Remember all the highlights of the weekend. Monday night, 10 o'clock. And also on Tuesday at 6:30 on S4C. And of course, if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you see the highlights as soon as possible, and also on X. The goals will be there for you to see.
Luke Bowen there, guilty of giving that foul away. Look a bit more dangerous in the air, both defensively and attacking wise, do Newtown.
Calvin Smith, Dom Smith with his hand up. Here's Shane Sutton. Sutton just hangs in the air as the foul, according to Mr. Pratt. And it was Luke Bowen who took the brunt of Shane Sutton. Luke Bowen, incidentally, Tommy, it's his 300th league appearance in the JD Cymru Premier, its various guises, since he started in 2009, and he's still going.
15 years ago, yeah.
And it's 300th league appearance.
Certainly a real character, Luke Bowen, both on and off the pitch.
Fuller. Briton Ferry not allowed to play out to the back as Evans finds Reid, back to Evans. Oswell's in the middle. Williams is on the far side as well. Ball into the box. Reid got a touch. And it falls to Dyer. Dyer under pressure. Sharp does well. Tidies up in midfield. We're into the 30th minute. And Newtown are fairly comfortably ahead by 2-0, courtesy of Aaron Williams and Jason Oswell.
Just haven't tested the keeper, have they, Briton Ferry? Swarter has had a nice debut so far. Nothing much to do. Flapped at that one corner.
No, he hasn't been tested really. There's that one opportunity that Briton Ferry had where Bowen and Dyer had the opportunities, and Newtown just broke up field and scored the second. Poor pass gives an opportunity. Foul in the edge of the area, very, very edge of the area. Craig Williams and Uzeli Ishmael who received the yellow card, I think, there from the referee.
Yeah, didn't argue too much about it, which was a good sign.
It was Hereford who went down right on the edge of the box there.
I think he just if you just notice, he just sticks his foot out there. See there, yeah.
That was really, really close. An opportunity here for the visitors to get a goal back before the break.
Yeah, it's really important that you test the keeper from these kind of free kicks, especially keeper on his debut.
Well, Jenkins and Gammond just Gammond steps up. Oh, it's a poor one, straight into the wall, and cleared away. Big boot upfield by Shane Sutton and well, Alex Gammond. He'll be really, really disappointed with that one.
Yeah, just went for power there, really, straight into the wall.
Dyer, Bowen, does well to get the cross away, and it was Craig Williams. Now, the old head, the experienced Craig Williams, right place, right time.
Yeah, him and Shane Sutton have got plenty of games in the Welsh Premier League under their belt.
Craig Williams had semi-retired, I think, hadn't he? And it's his second start. He played against Penabont in the final game before the split. And that experience at the back, and you should talk about Shane Sutton, Craig Williams, Dom Smith as well, ever present. It's that defensive certainty that you can build on.
The one advantage for Craig Williams, he's been playing regularly for Jesus before he came back to Latham Park.
Assistant manager, I think he is, isn't he?
Yes, assistant manager now, yes. I think he was assistant manager at Jesus as well. They signed him for his experience, and obviously Callum McKenzie there brought him back.
Well, at the moment, Callum McKenzie is on the way to his first win as the Newtown manager. He's lost all 7 games in charge since taking over after Scott Ruscoe left. He was appointed on the 5th of November. It was Callum McKenzie. Oh, an opportunity here, mistake on the far side, an opportunity for the visitors. It's just flashed away high and wide. I think it's Bevan, isn't it? It's Ryan Bevan.
Yeah, but Ismail dwelt on that ball on the byline. You can't do that. In comes Bevan. Does a lot of speed work there, but couldn't keep his shot underneath the bar there.
Well, it was Bevan, as you said, with the speed work. It was Corey Hereford who flashed the effort over the bar. Newtown, they've won only 1 of their last 16 league games, going all the way back to September. And what a way it would be to start the playoff conference. What it would do to their confidence. Reid, who's ventured out over to the far side, started on the left, didn't get much change out of Sanka, and decides to go over to the far side, and he wins a corner kick.
Yeah, obviously, first time we've seen Reid here this evening. He has got a bit of pace and power about him, a bit of physicality as well, which is exactly what Callum McKenzie was looking for.
Well, he has said that's, as you say, Tommy, that's what he was looking for, and the others at his side, the Sean Martin and Wahib Tara, players in the same mould, direct and physical. So far, as we approach the final 10 minutes of the first half, looking good for Newtown. 2-0 up. Aaron Williams, Jason Oswell. Corner kick played in by Smith. Opportunity for Shane Sutton. And good defensive work by, I think it was Ryan George who was back there. Schwarzer, Smith. Oh, lovely touch to create the space, but then gives the ball away to Lewis Bates. Just tidied back to Schwarzer. Ishmael. Oh, lovely touch, but you wouldn't expect anything different from Zeli Ishmael. And there's Reid, come back onto the left-hand side. He's got Oswell on a run into the box. He's got Williams there as well. Reid gets the cross away, and Jason Oswell was there, as was Aaron Williams. Still there, Oswell. And it goes out for a corner kick, and Aaron Williams so close to his second and Newtown's third.
Yeah, their top scorer, I think, should have bagged his second goal there. That's a brilliant cross from Reid. Right across the 6-yard box, just begging for a striker to get across it. Just did the keeper maybe get a slight touch on that, but certainly a great opening. But everything dangerous has come down this left-hand side for the Robins.
There's going to be an outswinger this time from Zeli Ishmael. It's a deep one, and in and out, and it's a goal kick. Latest scores in the JD Cymru Premier in the Championship Conference. Of course, the game cancelled at Caernarfon. Goalless between Cardiff Met and Penybont, and goalless as well between Aberystwyth and Barry Town. Penybont need a win to go back to the top of the table, by the way. Fuller. Will Fuller cannot be full of confidence, Tommy Morgan, with the defence in front of him. They're having problems with the crosses, aren't they?
Well, they definitely can't defend down their right-hand side. All the crosses of danger have come from this side. I think sometimes when you play three centre-backs, your wing-backs occasionally can be wingers, become ex-defenders, but they're not. That defending is not their number one objective. It's getting forward.
And they're both very, very high up at the moment. And George on this side and Hereford on the far side, and that leaves acres of space for players like Raheem Reid just to capitalise on. And he does well. He gets the does he get the corner kick? No. Good play by George to keep the ball in play. Did well there.
I'm sure Andy Dye will be wanting to get his team in at half-time, just a couple of goals down. He'll reorganise, I'm sure, in the second period. Maybe with some tactical changes. Especially, I think the game has gone away from them in midfield. Newtown have been first to everything there.
Walters. Good play there by Dom Smith. I think he knew that Walters came from an offside position. At least the options that Andy Dyer has on the bench, Tommy, there are goals on the bench. Tyler Brock, Caleb Demery, he's got 4 this season. Ellis Sage, Jasper Payne has got 3. So there are attacking options there for the visitors.
Yeah, certainly what they've got is they've got a lot of youngsters. They've got a bit of pace about them, and they come out, they play. They're not frightened to have a go. We've seen it a few times this season when they've come on.
And Kieran Mills-Evans with the cap there. George Hughes there as well. 2 players who are carrying long-term injuries from the Newtown team. As Schwarzer lofts the ball, looking for Jason Oswell. Cleared away upfield to Walters, does well to hold the ball up. Dyer, strong run from Dyer, and Dom Smith sees the danger and almost finds the run of Aaron Williams. So far, Tommy, Callum McKenzie's got his tactics 100% correct.
Yeah, certainly.
They haven't won 2 in a row this season, Newtown. Briton Ferry, I should say. And then here's Craig Williams. Williams, again, looking for the run of Raheem Reid, Will Fuller. Just watch that one running out. So, yeah. It's Alex Gammond, the captain, who's down. That's a worrying sight for Andy Dyer.
Yeah, certainly don't want to lose him. He just looks as if he's twisted his ankle, has he?
The point I was making just there now, that they haven't won 2 games in a row this season. Will that be psychologically important?
Yes, they'll be definitely playing on their minds. Actually spoke to a couple of their players before the game and mentioned that to them, and they said, yeah, we haven't mentioned it, but it's in the back of our minds. So that's quite interesting.
That's really, really interesting, Tom. So Club Rugby, it's Cardiff against the Sharks tomorrow, and then following that it'll be the Dragons against Munster, live on S4C at 7:30. Robbie Evans. Interesting what you said there, that it does play on a player's mind. Gammond, he looks okay. There's Alex Gammond. George with a throw in. Gammond. Sanka. Playing a dangerous game there under pressure. Finds Cian Jenkins. Jenkins chased by Reid. He's allowed to carry the ball far as Jenkins just can't quite thread it through. Reid.
Yeah, switch over to the right hand side. Reid started on this left hand side.
Gammond spreads the ball out looking for Corey Herford. Herford up against Ellie Ishmael. Plays the ball looking for Walters, and Schwarzer, he was fully aware there was no threat there. Lets it run out for a throw-in. Dejection for Corey Herford.
Yeah, I think if Briton Ferry are going to get anything out of this game, is they've got to get in behind the Newtown defence, get some crosses for their strikers to attack it, rather than when you knocking them in for those kind of angles. That's made for the both centre backs, Shane Sutton and the other centre half. Williams has done his bit as well in the middle of that defence. So Smith, he's been quite commanding in the air as well.
Approaching the final minute of what has been a really entertaining first half. Oh, there's a run here. Opportunity, he's got Bowen in the middle. Oh, Herford surely was tugged back by Craig Williams. And the speed of Corey Herford.
Could be a yellow card there for the experienced Craig Williams.
Oof.
Straight into his face there. Painful on a cold night like this evening.
Yeah, he was just tugged back, wasn't he?
Looks as if Mr. Pratt's kept his card in his pocket.
Spates still feeling that one in the chops. Into the last 30 seconds or so. Goal now could change the narrative. It's Herford who'll whip this one in to the near post, and there's the goal. That does change the narrative completely, and it's Corey Herford with his third goal of the season, his second against Newtown, and Briton Ferry are back in the game.
Well, certainly he whips that ball in with some real power and pace, and Schwarzer was left wanting there, that's for sure. Just the speed of that effort by Herford, you'd be well pleased with that. keeper. He's a little bit on the short side, isn't he? So couldn't really get off the ground, or didn't even the pace of that. He had no chance, to be honest with him. Whipped in with some accuracy there, and where we are at the other end.
At the other end, there's an opportunity for a third for the home side, and it was Reid who was in there. Newtown almost retaking the 2-goal lead straight away. We're into 2 minutes of added time. It's all going on here.
Bryn, you hit the nail on the head. The narrative just changed. That goal brings Ferry back into this game for the second period.
Well, and the half-time team talks, well, they've both just changed in an instant.
I think the goalkeeper's positioning for that goal wasn't the right position. I don't think he expected that to be hit on target. I thought he thought the ball was going to come into the 6-yard box, and then his feet weren't right, and the pace on that effort from Hereford beat him all hands down.
Now, Raheem Reid, I can sympathise with Raheem Reid here, Tommy Morgan, because I think he's lost the contact lens. And there's nothing worse when you're playing football, well, not doing anything, when one of your contact lenses either goes into the top of your eye or comes out.
And you can't see what you're doing.
No.
You probably score now.
Into, well, the remaining few seconds as Robbie Evans gets the cross away. Fuller just dwelled a while there. As Sharp just gives a little nudge in the back. But those crosses into the box, and the Briton Ferry defence are at 6s and 7s.
They've really found it difficult to cut those crosses out. Stopping them at source is the best way to do it, but they haven't been able to do that, and they've been a bit calamitous at times defending.
Now, surely this will be one of the last touches. Indeed, Mr. Pratt blows the final whistle at the end of what's been a really, really entertaining first half. It was Aaron Williams after 18 minutes that put the home side ahead, and then Jason Oswell doubled the lead on 22. And then just before the break, a minute before the 45, Corey Hereford with a lovely goal. They're back in the game. Half-time, Newtown 2, Briton Ferry 1.
Diolch yn fawr iawn I Mike. Na beth oedd, hanner cynta, diddorol dros ben fan hyn. A'r gol hwyr na'n arwydd y cawl. O ran cyd-destun yr ail hanner sydd I ddod. Edrych fan I weld beth ddaw o ran hynny. A yn sydyn gobeith I Llansawel. Dych chi'n edrych ar beth arall sy'n digwydd heno. Fel hyn mae pethau'n sefyll ar hyn o bryd o ran y tabl. Gymaint, dechrau cael y gwaniaeth mae'r pwyntiau yn wneud o ran y dre newydd, ond fain o waniaeth bydd y gol na di wneud o ran Llansawel hefyd. Aberystwyth yn Bari'n di-sgôr, cofiwch am hynny, Bari dal ddim yn hapus bod nhw yn y hanner gwyl o byddwch chi'n tybio ar ôl popeth y gwyddoedd tu ar diwedd. Reit, 2025 wedi dechrau ni ar sgorio. Dyma chi flas o beth da ni gynnig wrth I ni edrych nôl ar 2024.
Lloyd ar Ysbardyn!
Mae Aberystwyth yn dathlu, maen nhw yn y 4 uchel.
A mae Young yn sgorio!
I feel like this is a really good bonding session.
Bradley, dros y wal, mae fewn!
Ken Campwyr, uwch gyngor Cymru, ydy y seintiau newydd.
Llongyfarchiadau enfawr I glwb Caerdydd.
Nawr ta'n disgyn I Williams! Enillwyr Cwpan Cymru ydy Cei Conna.
Mae Adam Davies yn gael amdani. Y bel trwodd Adam Davies!
Owen ar y ffoli ac yna posto mae mewn. Rwy'n deimlo mae peth diwetha ddylen nhw'n neud ydy rhoi diwedd ar y gemau ail gyfle. A mae Lloyd! Owen. O'r ergyn! ddol. Nawr te, cyfle o'r gydio!
Ar bêl at Owen!
That's Reynolds, mae'n gwybod, Reynolds!
Bright am y gol! Ben y bont o bellter. Omnoson!
Mendes. O, Pelac. Flint wedi gweld y golwr o ddi ar ei linell. O, o'r gael o'i gefn y rwyd!
Nico Patterson yn chodi!
Leo Smith! Hughes felly dros y mur, ac am gol! Ethan Can, un yn erbyn Zach Jones!
Wales.
Bring it on.
Dyna ni, blas bach o fes sgorio yw gynnig. Siw bod chi'n gyfarwydd, da fes da ni gynnig erbyn hyn ar ôl yr holl flynyddoedd, yr holl law sy'n cael y sylw ni fan hyn yn y dre newydd. Ond mae da ni gêm, a mae'n dipyn o gêm hefyd, chwarae teg, gol hwyr fyna ran Llansawel, ond dre newydd, fel o'n i sôn, 10 gêm, heb ennill, colli 9, dim gobeith. Wel, beth sydd wedi digwydd heno?
Wel, ti'n gwybod be, mae crwysiadau o'r ddwy ochr cae wedi achosi gymaint o broblemau i Llansawel heno. Y ddwy gol yn dod o crwysiadau. Ac yn hawdd i'r... Oce, fydych chi ddeud am yr ymwysodwyr Oswell a Williams. Mae'r ddau nhw'n llawn profiad, llawn goliad dros y blynyddoedd. Ac yn gwybod yn union sut a pa bryd i dynnu rwthi i amddiffynwyr. A dyna ben ath nhw. Y croesiad cyntaf mae i ddechrau. Mae'r hediad yn un campus gan Oswell. Yn un rili da, mae'n glefar, rhwng chwaraewyr. Wedyn y croesiad, mae'n pico fo allan. Dwi'n mynd jyst y croesi fewn i ardal. Mae'n pico fo allan. A mae Aaron Williams yn tynnu wrth i ddyn yn dda. Wedyn, mae'n arafu bydda. Mae'n jyst cymryd yr eiliad, yr moment, jyst i wneud y benderfyniad, lle dwi'n penio i. Penio nôl, a draws y golwr, gret y gol, clinical, mae'n un gol i ddim. Ac ar y pryd, dwi'n gwybod oedd na rhyw ffachia bach di dod flaen y gol i Llansawel, ond oedd y dre newydd yn rhaid i bod ar y blaen.
Ond Raheem Reid wedi bod yn disgleirio hefyd.
Gweithio mor galed.
Fe wedi bod yn gweithio yn galed, fel ti'n sôn. Ar ail gol, bron bod ni'n edrych ar ddrych, a jyst yr ochr arall, Oswell yn cael ei tryma.
Ia, ond oedd nhw'n dibygwth mwy nag unwaith nath fo sgorio'r goliau yma, yn eiliadau cyntaf o'r grwysiadau'n dod i fewn. Ac o'n i'n meddwl, ond ei, Ismael, faint o dda mae wedi bod sy'n yma. Eto, yn tynnu... Hei, mae'n pigo i ddyn allan, ond mae Oswell, allan o'r llun, o'n i'n edrych ar ei rediad o, a'i symudiad o, mae'n tynnu wrth i ddyn. Mae'n hawdd iddo fod rhedeg i fewn ar y bel, na bod o dan y bel, rhedeg yn ôl i trio penio i fewn. Felly mae'n neud yn dda, mae'n tynnu wrth i ddyn, mae'n neud o'n gynnar, uwch na neb, a wedyn mae'n cael y moment, yr amser na, i wybod yn union, i cael y peniad yn gywir, i cael o bwyntio ar sgorio'r gol.
Ond fel ni'n gwybod, un eiliad, un gol yn gallu newid y cyfan, a mae'n teimlo fel bod na ail hanner mawr i ddod nawr ar ôl y gol na, Llansawel yn taro reit ar ddiwedd yr hanner cyntaf.
Llwyr reoli y dre newydd, ond pan ti'n sgat gol fel an, ildio gol fel an derbyn, a di'n gret o gol. Mae'n gret o gol, fydech chi ddweud fi am beth isio, am croesiad o ddita be, na, mae'n mynd am hwnna. Efo'r pwer a'r cyfeiriad, mae o'n mynd a mae gynnu fo'r gallu wneud. Ond yn y chwarter awr dwytha, mae o wedi dod i fewn i'r gêm. A wwan, wedi cael y gol na, mae momentum yn troi mor gyflu mewn gêm. Dwi'n meddwl oedd nhw eisiau'r egwyl. Llansawel, neu i sgorio'r gol. Ti eisiau wedyn car y mae, mae'r hyder gynnwch chi. Felly, ella dre newydd cael ymlacio, dim ymlacio, ond cael jyst i ail atgoffa o be maen nhw'n angen neud i ennill y gêm i weld ti drwad, ond mynd a nerves. Fy'n ar ochr i sedd a fy'n a nerves o rwan ta ddiwedd y gêm, oherwydd y sgôr rwan.
Wel, Marks, diolch fawr iawn am y tro. Mwy gan Marks yn y man. Jyst i atgoffa chi o'r hyn sydd i ddod fan hyn a'r sgorio dros y dyddiau a'r wythnosau nesaf. Mwy o gêm y byw i ddod, ni'n dilyn y cyfan yn uwch gyngor Cymru. JD, dyma gêm y cyngrair i chi sydd i ddod. Pen y bont yn amlwg, fel byddech chi'n disgwyl o ran hynny hefyd. Mae yna gêm gwpan i ddod hefyd. Yn y canol, Cwpan Cymru mor bwysig, a Ceira Ili. Trelai, hynny yw, dylen ni weid yng Nghaerdydd yn cwrdd â Lleicona. Felly'n edrych ymlaen yn fawr i ddod ohona i chi mis Chwefror. Ni yma yn y glaw, fi'n mynd i droi'r Saesneg. I'm going to turn from Welsh to English now. When we heard that there was a goalkeeper called Schwarzer had signed for Newtown, we were thinking, surely, is he related? Yes, he is. Mark, Julian with Newtown. Welcome to Newtown, welcome to Wales and the rain.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, the rain, I kind of expected it.
Yeah.
And I think with the way the weather is around the course of the Northern England and Northern Ireland, I did expect some pretty severe weather, but it's not too bad.
You're used to the British weather by now.
Absolutely.
To be fair. What have you made of this, the first half?
I thought it was a very good game for Newtown. I think they started so well. Disappointed they're probably not more in the league, more goals. Had some really good chances. Disappointing with the goal we conceded as well. I'll have a word with Julian after the game about that one. But otherwise, I think it's been a really good first 45 minutes.
Commentators, we got Welsh language commentators, English language commentators. They were all thinking, to be fair, they were thinking it was some strike right at the end of the first half. But will he be disappointed?
Yes, he will be. Yeah, we'll have a discussion on the way home in the car, and we'll watch it again on the video as well. Which I do with him a lot, which is really good, and I think it's really proactive. And he's done really well in general. He hasn't played a lot of football recently, so I'm happy with the first 45 minutes.
You can see the goal now, actually, if you want to see it again. I'm not sure if you do want to see it again.
No,
but
I do.
You can prepare what you're going to say to him.
Yeah, I never liked it as a goalkeeper when I let goals in and reviewing it. And look, it was a really good strike. I was sitting up in the stands. I thought maybe a little bit far off his line. That was the only thing. Too far to his near post, I think. That was the one thing I was a little bit worried about. And now I think we'll have a look at it later on and review it. And it's always better when you watch it on a video, because then you get a fairer idea. Because watching it live, it's difficult to tell.
Well, I'm pleased to say, Scorio, we cover the games live. There's highlights, everything's online, so you can see everything.
Absolutely.
With it. Fancy joining us one weekend up in the commentary position as well?
Well, yeah, absolutely. If I'm around, I mean, obviously, I'd love to come and watch as many as I can before the end of the season. Unfortunately, I can't make the next one, which is away, but I'll probably be coming to as many games as I can.
You're a bit busy, to be fair, watching football games across the country. How did the transfer come about, if I can ask?
It was literally an email came through about Julian's availability. He was waiting for an opportunity to go back to Southeast Asia where he was last season, and that sort of wasn't forthcoming. And then an opportunity popped up to come to Newtown out of the blue. And within 48 hours, he'd agreed that he was delighted to have the opportunity to come and play in the Welsh Premier League. Obviously, we did some investigating. Yeah. I'd never heard of Newtown. I didn't know where they were. There's a Newtown in Australia, and I didn't think it was that team. Really excited. And he came up last weekend and really enjoyed his time here, and is excited about the challenge ahead.
The setup in Wales is different. The top clubs playing in England. This league's been going for 30 years, but I'm sure it must be all a bit new for you and for Julian.
Look, I've played a lot of games on lower level football in Australia. The setups are not too dissimilar to this. So throughout my career, playing, even with top clubs, I've played at a lot of grounds like this against tough opposition on artificial pitches as well. So I know how difficult that can be getting used to. It's what football's about, right? This is football. And I think sometimes at the top, we lose that. Whereas here, this is what football's about. And if you're a die-hard football fan, this is what you come and watch.
Got to ask, how much does he listen? Because I've got a son, he doesn't listen much to me, I got to say.
He's really good. I changed a lot of things, so how I was brought up and how my father spoke to me compared to my relationship with my son. So it's more proactive and more about a conversation and asking him. The first thing I'll ask him is, what do you think about the goal? And I'll let him try and explain to me what he thinks. And then we'll have a discussion, and then again, we'll review it on the video. And then it's for everyone to see. And then it's always open to interpretation.
Yeah, well, Matt, it's great to have you here. It's the most Premier League appearances we've had on Scorio. I got to be honest with you. But yeah, thanks very much for your company. Hope to see you again in the Cymru Premier. Thanks very much for your time.
Pleasure, absolute pleasure.
Great to see you. Sorry about the rain.
No problems at all.
Cheers. Mark Schwarzer on Scorio. Gwych cael e yma. A mwy I ddod hefyd, gwych cael mwy eich apwyntiau fel byddwch chi'n disgwyl, cofiwch amdano ni nos lun. Cyfan ar lein wrth gwrs hefyd, o'r un Sadwn, amser cinio, Pen y Bont yn cwrdd â Hwlffordd, Pen y Bont yn parhau I herio yn uwch gyngrau'r Cymru wrth gwrs, nhw'n chwarae heno yn erbyn Met. Mae'r storm wedi bod yn taro, gwych bod gêm gyda ni, na'r newyddion da, dim ond fan hyn mae goliau, felly ni yn y lle iawn. Na un peth calonogol, wrth ni weld y glawn yn arllwys lawr. Mae'n gweithygu yma, dwi'n credu. 2 gol I 1 fan hyn. Ni wedi cael y goliau I gyd fan hyn. Ni wedi cael y glaw I gyd fan hyn hefyd. Ni wedi cyfnewid un o uwch cyngor Lloegr am un arall. Dipyn o chreu'r uwch cyngor Lloegr hefyd. Rhaid ni holi gyflym Malcolm, hanes heddi, prosiect Cymru fel ni wedi bod yn clywed, y syniad ma o gael y clybau sy'n chwarae'n Lloegr i chwarae yng nghwpan y gyngrair fan hyn a gofeth mynd i Ewrop. Dwi'n mynd edrych yn fod yn digwydd, beth am hynny?
O'n i o blaid o, na ddweud hynny, o'r rheswm yma, yr arian oedd yn mynd i ddod yn ôl i rhannu i clwbiau Cymru. A'r sylw a'r diddordeb oedd yn mynd i wneud hefyd, ar ôl gweld maint o, Canmol, y Seint Newydd, maint o bell at nhw'n tymor yma, ond maint o bell sy'n ni'n medru mynd efo Caerdydd a Abertawe, Casnewydd, Wrecsam bendant yn Ewrop. Dyma mynd i ddigwydd. Dwi'n dall pam hefyd, mae'r Cymdeithas Bêl-droed yn Lloegr wedi dweud na, oherwydd mae'n anfanteisiol, dwi'n meddwl, i ella'r clwbiau yma cael yr arian.
Oedd e byth yn teimlo'n syml.
Na, oedd o ddim na gwaith.
Wel, dim pawb oedd yn apus, ond does dim byd yn bod o ran bod yn uchelgeisiol gan y Gymdeithas Bêl-droed, ond oedd e just ddim yn teimlo'n syml.
Dwi'n meddwl na'r cam cyntaf ddim blwyddyn yma, nid yw'r dries o blwyddyn nesaf, blwyddyn wedyn, a ella yn diwedd, mi wneud o ddigwydd.
Be sy'n falle, os mae anffodus yw'r gair, bod hynny'n digwydd ar yr un adeg, le maen nhw hefyd yn ceisio denu Merthyr yn ôl, a falle bod lot o glybiau o gwmpas y gyngrair yn teimlo bach yn anifyr am hynny i gyd?
Dwi'n meddwl oherwydd yr arian maen nhw wedi gynnig i Merthyr, lle ella bai Colwyn ddim wedi dweud un peth blwyddyn dwytha o, neu blwyddyn cynt. Wel, pam gyda ni'n bres yna i ddatblygu?
Mae'n ateb yw, achos mae nhw oedd yn gwneud y cais a dewis dod nôl, le maen nhw'n goffod ceisio denu Merthyr yn ôl.
Ia, wel, sa fi di gorfodi Merthyr ddod nôl os dwi'n arian fel la. Os dwi'n wedi pres fel ei rewyn, dwi'n dweud, da chi yn dod yn ôl. Ac, sy'n mynd i gwaniaeth mor. Dwi'n dall y man ar y funud ar y brig. Dwi'n meddwl 1700 yn gwylio i gêm gartref dwytha. Dwi'n dall hynny. Ond sa'n gret cael nhw'n ôl. Fysa'n neud y gyngrair lot cryfach.
Gwych, Marks, diolch fawr iawn. Newcastle and Middlesbrough gyda Schwarzer, yna eleniaeth na? Neu Sunderland oedd eleniaeth efo?
Wel, ia, hwnna mwy na Sunderland efo Newcastle oedd.
A ni'n meddwl.
Ond eisiau roed chwarae nebyn, ond nes i sgorio'n byd lot o golwyr. Mor dda neu gwella fo. Sorry, Mark.
Gwych cael cwmni Malcolm a Mark Schwarzer, a gwych Cyrrain yn ôl ar y cair gyfer yr ail hanner. Ni'n barod am ail hanner ac am ail hanner fydd i hefyd. 2 gol i 1. Nôl ni ti'n tîm yn sylwebu.
Thank you, Dylan. No changes at the break in either side. But Tommy, that goal just before half-time from Corey Herford has really put the cat amongst the pigeons.
Yeah, certainly did. Certainly opened up this game the second half now. From a position of looking, it's going to be an uphill task. It's probably everything positive was in the dressing room on the right-hand side as we look at the main stand there, rather than the left-hand side where they were 2-0 up. So still a long way to go.
You've been there with clubs such as Welsh Pool, clubs such as Aberystwyth. Callum McKenzie, what was his talk at half-time? What did he say at half-time?
Well, I think what he should have said is to remain really positive and say, look, we had a few other chances as well. We should have buried this game by now, but we haven't. We need to start the second period, in a positive manner, just like we did in the first half. Try and get down the flanks where they've really struggled defensively. And, look at the positives sometimes, you don't look at the negatives and say, they're a really good side and all that. They probably had a slightly lucky goal, if you're honest. Keeper possibly could be at fault. But it was a great effort by Herford. Whether he meant it or not, if you ask him, he said, yeah, definitely had to go for goal, didn't he? So, yeah, all to play for in the second half. And that's, you can see from his face, that's the pressure that's on managers these days, no matter what standard you're at.
And I presume Andy Dyer, on the other hand, would have said, right, lads, we're back in it. Win the second half, and we go away with something.
Yeah, certainly, yeah. Probably with a bit more blue language.
Dear me.
Well, you've either been there or you haven't, and I've been there. And there's a few cups of tea sometimes flying around, or a few kit bags, or anything you can get a hand on. Just to get, sometimes you need momentum, don't you? You need something to inspire players, and, not everybody agree with it, there you go.
Ishmael, it's a deep one this time. Sutton, free header. And, he tried to play it back for one of his co-players, but possibly Shane Sutton. Well, he had the space and the time there to direct the header on target, Tommy. Bit surprised possibly they didn't go for goal. He's still up there, by the way, as is Dom Smith, Zelly Ishmael. on the right after taking that corner kick. Ishmael, that trickery quick feet once again. He's got two players doubling up on him. And that's why he's forced away for goal. Oh, Sutton, lovely ball forward. Looking for Sharp. Sharp's in there again. Can he get the cross away? Was there a handball in there? That's what they're claiming.
Sharp there. Little lovely dink there, though, initially by the experienced Sutton there. Little dink over there. The run by Sharp. Oswell. Just seen that. Ooh. Get the elbow up there. Was that in a unnatural position? Who knows? What the interpretation of that is these days.
And he took a deflection back off Ollie Sharp. Went up for the goal kick. Ishmael up against Cian Jenkins. Jenkins, well, he's holding his face. But, the foul's gone against him. It's a free kick to Newport. To Newtown.
There's one thing about Nick Pratt this evening. He's not flashing the yellow cards for nothing. Definitely a foul there.
Well, there's only the one that he's shown. It's to Zeli Ishmael in the first half.
Certainly been very lively for the Robins this evening, Ishmael.
Craig Williams. Ball into the new man, Raheem Reid. He's been lively, hasn't he, Reid? He's been lively on both flanks, flitting from one side to the other.
I think he must have found his contact lens as well, Bryn.
Yes. I lost both in one game once, Tommy. I lost both contact lenses. We had 22 players on their knees looking for...
They're that expensive, were they?
And they'd gone to the top of my eyes.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. For better Secoed against Penmachno. Corner kick. It's a deep one, looking for Shane Sutton once again. Out to Sharp. Sharp with the volley. Good save by Will Fuller. And I think it was Sutton who was offside when the ball came out, but he really got hold of that one, did Ollie Sharp.
Yeah, certainly whipped that in. His left foot with great pace. And tell you one thing, that's an excellent save by Fuller. Down to his right-hand side there. Good clean strike. Sometimes you lash at those, and he didn't there. Just stroked his left foot through the ball there.
That was a good save. There's the greasy surface. It's really, really raining heavily. And you can see on the shot there. Opportunity. Oh, it's another wonderful save from Fuller. Should have been 3-1 to the home side. Williams to Zeli Ishmael. Ishmael just drops the shoulder, the cross to the far side, looking for Reid. And it's Will Fuller once again that keeps Briton Ferry Llansawel in the game.
Yeah, great opportunity there to get another goal.
Williams, that one will run out for. The throw in, there was an offside there. And here we go again, Tommy.
Yeah, Reid, actually he should have scored there, shouldn't he? Let's be honest. Gave Fuller an opportunity to get his left foot out there.
Yeah, his body language really gave Fuller the sign where he was going.
Yeah.
Chris Venables, by the way, has put Penabont ahead against Cardiff Met. And that goal takes Penabont to the top of the table. 6 minutes played in the second half, which has started in the same vein as the first half. And there we go, confirmation. Penabont 2 points ahead of the New Saints game, which was called off this evening. That's Carnarvon.
Bit of a bogey side for Penabont, haven't they? Cardiff Met.
Ball played in. There's Schwarzer. He was under pressure from Bowen, and he did well, the keeper. Sharp. And then Sutton with the clearance. Gammond. Williams. Forward by Sharp. Robbie Evans just kept his eye on the ball. I'm sure in his peripheral vision, he saw that Ryan Bevan was closing in on him.
Interesting statistic that somebody's just shown me. Met are the only team that Penrith haven't beaten this season.
Well. Thank you, Dylan.
I should have claimed that.
Jenkins. Back to Fuller.
Certainly a good shape about the Newtown team. Obviously, we've got a good vantage point here and you can see they've got the two holding midfield players in, Evans and Sharp, who put in a really good shift in midfield, stopping the ball getting through to the strikers, which is a big help then to the back four.
Callum Smith, he'll just try and usher the ball out, which is what he does. So 8.5 minutes played in the second half, as we were at half-time. But that'll encourage Briton Ferry.
Well, it's survived, two scares already at the start of this second period. I'm sure Andy Dye will be probably looking to his bench about 10-15 minutes. Try to liven things up if they haven't got anything back by then.
Now the next goal is really, really important. If it goes to Newtown, then you feel they could then just run away with it. But the goal for Briton Ferry, and we've got a totally different game ahead of us. Schwarzer, long ball forward. Evans to Ishmael. Oh, lovely ball to Reid. Fuller thought about coming for it. Reid, ball across the box, and it'll fall for Jason Oswell. Oh, what an opportunity for Jason Oswell. He should have scored the third there.
Yeah, certainly, but some great work. Ismail with a lovely weighted pass and a terrific run there off the ball by Reid. Pulls it back to the penalty area. And yet didn't quite get his foot around that ball to chuck it inside the far post. Certainly in the ascendancy of this game at the moment.
Oh, Ishmael just goes past Jenkins so comfortably, gets the ball back to Ishmael, works the ball onto his left foot. Effort comes in from Sharp. Ollie Sharp, I think he slipped just as he was taking the shot. But Newtown, they're knocking on the door.
Yeah, he certainly caught the eye in the beginning of the second half for Sharp. Ismail again. You can see why he's got 14 assists this season already. Good vision, good awareness of players around him.
An opportunity at the other end for Walters. You can't take your eyes off this game for a second. Bowen, back to Walters. Walters, there's belief in the Briton Ferry players. Bowen! And it's struck against Dom Smith and out to Zelly. Ishmael, oh lovely, just drops the shoulder, goes past Bates. Ishmael, was he pulled back? That's what he's claiming. Gammond. It really is end-to-end stuff at the moment. Walters, Bowen into the box. Ball that just flashes across the face of goal. Hasn't gone out, it's still there for Briton Ferry. And he get the cross away. Ball whipped to the far post, and Craig Williams just plays the ball down. Now, Tommy, if this is a precursor of the second half of the season, then bring it on.
Yeah, absolutely. End-to-end stuff here. Schwarzer, bit of hesitation coming out there. Wasn't too sure to come for it. Probably took his eye off the ball. We saw the blue shirt there. And there's his dad there. Like he said at half-time, he'll be dissecting this game on the way home.
Well, that'll be I'd like to be a fly in the wall on that one. Fantastic interview at half-time, by the way. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, marvellous. For a gentleman who's played, nearly 600 Premier League appearances, to you know, talk so highly of the Welsh Premier League as well. They're absolutely terrific.
Oh, an opportunity here for Robbie Evans. Evans, he's got Oswell with him. Evans! And he should have gone for Oswell. They're still there. Evans once again. Evans to atone. And once again he misses the opportunity. Head in hands for Robbie Evans.
Well, I just looked to my left there, Bryn, and obviously that's a calamitous mistake there by Alex Gammond. Evans gets his shot on target, but really should have done better. Should have stretched him there, the keeper. But the manager, Callum McKenzie, was on his knees there because they've had so many opportunities already to wrap this game up to start the second half. They may well come back to rue these missed opportunities.
Well, the graphic on the top right there, Tommy, says 2-1 to Newtown. It really should be 4, could be 5-1.
Yeah, certainly.
If they don't win this one, as you say, Callum McKenzie, well, he must be, he'll be scratching his head and saying, what have I got to do? Here come Briton Ferry once again, ball into the box, and Schwarzer, he was absolutely secure behind that one. Was the Philippines international from the effort from Corey Herford.
Yeah, it wasn't the best. I think that was looked like a shot to me. Should have been a cross, really.
Conditions getting increasingly worse here at Newtown. Rain is lashing down. It makes the ball quicker across the surface. The tempo's really quick here. As Fuller just sprays the ball out. Jenkins just under a bit of pressure from Zeli Ishmael. Looking for Walters. Takes a touch off Walters. Oh, free kick. The throw-in goes to Briton Ferry. And I must say I agree with Callum McKenzie here.
Yeah. I think we're all in agreement in this little box we've got here.
There's Robbie Evans just feeling his ankles are coming together. I think he indicated. Next week, it's the current league leaders, Penybont. That's a big game against Haverfordwest live. 12:15 next Saturday on Scoria. It's Chris Venables' goal at Cardiff Met, which has Penybont at the top of the table. Half an hour remaining here. Played an hour. And it's Aaron Williams and Jason Oswell's goals for the home side. The visitors replying through Corey Herford, direct from the free kick, right at the end of the first half. Jenkins. This is Alex Gammond. Sasanka to Ryan George. Newtown's next matches, by the way, away to Connors Quay and at home to Barrytown. The teams that at present are in 7th and 8th position, 2 top positions in the playoff conference. You'd think, Tommy, if they win this one, they go into those 2 games full of confidence.
Yeah, certainly. You want to start off, the second phase of the season in a positive manner. And at the moment, they are ahead, but still a lot of work to do.
Oh, Dyer plays the ball through. An opportunity here. Is there a foul? What does the referee decide? Corner kick. According to Mr. Pratt, some of the Briton Ferry players can't believe that decision.
Yeah, lovely ball by Dyer. No, that's no penalty there.
No, he got the touch. Yeah. Good decision by Mr. Pratt, despite Tom Walters' protestations. Now, everybody back in the box for Newtown. There's a single Newtown player outside their penalty area. As the ball's whipped into the near post, and again, keeper not quite convincing. As Dom Smith heads away for another corner kick.
Yeah, Great delivery in there, putting the keeper under pressure. Cian Jenkins got a great left foot on him, to be fair.
And Jenkins again, he whips a deep one in. Keeper punches once again from under his crossbar. He's under pressure, is the keeper. And I think that Briton Ferry have identified that. He's whipped the ball in. Excellent corner kick from Cian Jenkins. Sutton, Ismail just gives possession away to Rio Dyer. Dyer quick feet. Dyer with the effort! And the keeper just claws the ball away. Falls on the edge of the area. And the opportunity goes as Sharp plays the ball out to Reid. He just dwelt too much on the ball. And it's Briton Ferry with all the pressure at the moment. As Calvin Smith just clears the ball upfield, looking for Oswell. Oswell looking for Reid. A lovely touch to take the ball into the path of Raheem Reid. Reid, he's got Aaron Williams on the far side of the penalty area. He just loses possession. Sharp gives the ball away. There's no opportunity to draw breath here. Walters with the effort, saw the keeper off his line. It was worth going for it. Tom Walters, he wasn't too far.
He's definitely not averse to having a go from a long way out as Thomas Walters.
Here's the previous opportunity, Tommy.
Yeah, good run again by Dyer. Good cross, to a little bit of a deflection. There was some desperate defending there by the Robins.
It was an important touch by Julian Schwarzer. I think he stopped a certain goal there.
Yeah, to be fair to him, he's got a punch to most of it. So, although he's not the tallest, he's getting, something on these crosses.
And it's Ollie Hulbert, Tommy Morgan, who has put Barry 1 up at Aberystwyth. Aberystwyth 0, Barry Town 1.
Certainly puts them in the ascendancy at the top as the bottom 6.
Yep. They open a 7-point advantage. And there's a goal down at Cardiff Met, and it's Chris Craven who's equalised for Cardiff Met, and that'll be music to the TNS supporters and players and management teams' ears. Met 1, TNS 1, and TNS back at the top of the table. And Penybont just can't get the better of Cardiff Met this season.
It's strange that one team can be a real bogey in your side.
So goals just going in both the other games tonight, and it just changes, and that's going to be the story really now, isn't it, for the remainder of the season.
I mean, to be honest, draws aren't any good to these teams in the bottom 4. They need 3 points. You've got to go for it. There's no point, because a point's not going to rescue you. 3 points gets you, up the table.
Ishmael. Ball whipped in. There's Aaron Williams, who's got the long throw. They really need him in the middle, but with the long throw, he's a potent weapon. Just leans back. He's got Dom Smith to aim towards. Smith goes in there. It was Sutton behind him. This is Robbie Evans. Ball just sat up and sails over the bar.
Need to defend the second ball a little bit better. Ferry, a few times this has happened now. Ball's dropping on the edge of the box. Got to be closing down the player from that distance.
Briton Ferry's next game. Well, it's a home match, and it's against Aberystwyth. And that now is becoming a really, really important game down towards the bottom of the table.
Well, if the score stays the same this evening, it'll be a vital game for both sides.
There's a big match tomorrow at the Essity Stadium as well. It's Flint Town United against Connors Quay. And we understand that there's going to be a couple of substitutions. Oh, for Llansawel, they're making 4 changes, which is a commentator's nightmare, Tommy Morgan. So you ramble on while I'm trying to work this out.
That's fine.
So there's 4 players being prepared. Andy Dyer just throwing his cards on the table. Oswell. Ball in, looking for Reid. He's got Williams with him. Williams falls for Reid. Foul in the box. And now well, I'm sure Mr. Pratt will he allow the substitutions to take place? No, not quite ready yet.
Oswell there just hooking the ball into the penalty area. Reid, I think. Oh.
Opportunity at the other end, and it's a goal! Oh, they've caught us cold, and it's Bowen. It's Luke Bowen. Oh, dear me, Tommy Morgan. 68 minutes played, and it's all squared. All square even.
Well, that's a real soft goal. So Walters down that right-hand side. Oh, it's an OG off Williams there. Yeah. Craig Williams into his own net there. It's really unfortunate there for Schwarzer. But again, if you don't get the ball into those across the 6-yard areas, you're not going to score goals. Luke Bowen's claiming that, but I don't think he'll have that. And really should have wrapped the game up in the start of the second period. They're now in danger of losing the 3 points.
Well, Newtown are preparing a substitute as well. It's Deshaun Martin who's being prepared to come on for the home side. Well, Jason Bowen, while we were considering the raft of substitutions, and it took a deflection of Craig Williams, and out of the blue, it must be said, Briton Ferry, it's all square.
You don't know your homework and the 4 is coming on, Bryn. You got caught out there.
I did. Williams. Oh. Well, there's drama at Cardiff Met. Billy Borge sent off for Penabont, but Chris Craven has missed the effort from the spot. So 2 changes. Sharp is off for Newtown. You have to bear with us here. And Reid is off as well. So Ollie Sharp and Raheem Reid are off. Wahib Tara is on, the number 18. And the number 4 as well is on, Deshaun Martin. So Deshaun Martin for Ollie Sharp, Wahib Tara for Raheem Reid. Well, it's a really, really exciting start to the second half of the season. The Briton Ferry subs have not come on, by the way.
That was abandoned, Bryn, when they scored the goal.
I think it was. Well, they put their tracksuits back on. So they were standing on the touchline, the 4 of them. And then Luke Bowen scores his 6th goal of the season.
Yeah, Dyer in a bit of trouble there.
It was Deshaun Martin who was in with the challenge. So Newtown 2, Briton Ferry Llansawel 2. And he'll be absolutely gutted, will Callum McKenzie. 2 up, and back to 2-2, and in danger now. We're losing the game. We said that next goal was going to be so important. Well, there are 2 Briton Ferry subs waiting to come on underneath us here, Tommy. As Jenkins lifts the ball up to the far side. of the penalty area. Sutton with the header, cleared away by Robbie Evans, just held up by Jason Oswell. Now this is Zeli Ishmael. Stolen by Jenkins. Ball out to the far side, looking for Ryan George. He's got Walters in the box. He's cleared away by Dom Smith. Now then, first touch for Wahib Tara. Into the last 20 minutes, could go either way. Dyer. It's just cleared out and cleared away by Craig Williams. And now the Llansawel changes. So it's Rio Dyer who's off, and it's Tyler Brock. And it's Jamie Rickard who comes on for Ryan Bevan. So Tyler Brock for Rio Dyer and Jamie Rickard for Ryan Bevan. First touch for Brock, ball in. The substitutes just combining there, Jamie Rickard, and they win the corner kick. Oh, it goes for it's a throw-in rather. Kian Jenkins finds Rickard, cleared away by Shane Sutton, and all of a sudden, Tommy Morgan, the complex of this game, the complexion, I should say, of this game has just totally changed, and it's the visitors who are in the ascendancy. Ball whipped in, effort to here. Oh, what a save! What a wonderful save from the effort by Corey Herford. And Julian Schwarzer, his dad, he'll be proud of that.
Even Herford's clapping. That is an absolutely outstanding save there. Gammond, lovely weighted pass across the box there. Great effort, brilliant save.
Well, Corey Herford thought he'd scored his second of the match. As it is, it's Newtown 2. Briton Ferry 2. There's Kian Jenkins. Again, he'll whip this one in, left-footed. Everybody back again for Newtown, doing the defensive duties. In it comes! And the keeper again just turns the ball over the bar. Oh, it was Tom Walters who was there.
Again, really on the money, that. Oh, good save again, but a save you'd expect him to make there.
Jenkins, and it's another good one to put pressure. Keeper gets it's his punch to the ball, gets his hand to the ball. It doesn't really command his area, does he?
No, I don't think he's got the physical attributes to do that, to be honest. But so does agility. That save from Herford, and then the tip over the crossbar. So he knows how to keep the ball out.
Into the final 15 minutes of what has been a really, really enthralling contest here at Latham Park. And we've been looking increasingly to the left in this second half.
Certainly been a very entertaining game.
Good play by Tyler Brock. And, I think Brock's physicality and Jamie Rickard's physicality will make a difference for Briton Ferry Llansawel in the remaining minutes, as Shorter just ushers his players upfield. Oswell Just falls for Jason Oswell beyond Jamie Rickard. Wins the throw-in off Cian Jenkins.
Looks like another couple of substitutions there coming up.
Yep, the other two are coming on. So Andy Dyer, he senses the change in momentum. So it's Ryan George and Hereford, and it's Payne and Demery. It's the scorers who have gone off here. So it's Corey Hereford and Luke Bowen who have departed. And it's Payne and Rickard, Payne and Demery, I should say, who have come on for the visitors. Remember, Monte Carlo Rally next Monday, 9:30. Elfyn Evans, who started after 6 stages so far. And, he was leading the rally. It's a rally that he's never won previously. He's come second in the championship 4 occasions. Could this be the year for Elfyn Evans? 9:30 Monday night. Rally returns to S4C. Ishmael with the header. Just confirm that Payne and Demery have come on. So attacking changes from Andy Dyer, taking the 2 goal scorers off, and he's showing his intent there, is Andy Dyer, Tommy.
Yeah, certainly. Demery has got a lot of pace about him, very direct.
Jenkins. Smith with a header to Rickard, one of the 4 changes made by the visitors as we approach the last 10 minutes. Is there a winner? As things are, it looks like it's the team in blue. Could be looking for that one. And, just a shout from Schwarzer. Just need to take the sting out of the game somehow, don't they, Newtown?
Yeah. Should they be looking to finish this game strongly in the last 10 minutes or so? But certainly, Briton Ferry have improved after really losing out to start the second period. Very fortunate to be still in the game.
Walters looking for the run of Jasper Payne. He's got that pace, and that's something different for Newtown to contend with at the back. The pace of Jasper Payne up front. There's a foul throw there. I'm sure the ball could be like a bar of soap.
A bit slippery. I think the referee should take that into consideration.
Latest scores in the JD Cymru Prem. It's all square met against 10-man Penabont. Billy Borge having been sent off, and it's Ollie Hilbert's goal separating Aberystwyth and Barrytown. Aberystwyth next opponents for Briton Ferry Llansawel at the old road stadium. Ishmael, he's got Walters tracking back. Ishmael creates the space for the cross into the box, looking for Oswell, falls for Robbie Evans. Aaron Williams just loses out, and Williams, he's had a quiet second half.
Yeah, skipper there. Just overcooked that pass. Certainly the break was on as well.
And he just slipped, didn't he? Just
yeah.
We've seen that once or twice. We saw Lee Sharp's effort earlier on, slipped just before he took the shot on the greasy surface, making for an exciting game. Smith with the throw in for Newtown. Fuller just has to scamper back. Tara. This is Williams. Williams, he thought that Ishmael was going to spin and go for that one behind Jenkins. And Newtown just seem to be running out of steam here, Tommy Morgan.
Yeah, just lack of ideas now since the equaliser. Looks as if they've brought Demery onto this left-hand side now.
Williams, Ishmael. Good play. Excellent play by Lewis Bates. Bates gifts the ball to Craig Williams, and Williams looking again for the run down the channel by Oswell, but comfortable for Cian Jenkins. And, all of a sudden, it's the visitors who look to be comfortable in possession. Dom Smith. Bates. Just
difference is now. Sorry, Bryn. Just they're picking up everything in midfield at the moment. Briton Ferry.
Yep. That second ball is just dropping every time as Demery just looks to get the cross away. And it was Payne who was up there. Just couldn't quite get the shot away. The ball again looking for the run of Demery. And just took a little bounce before Caleb Demery could get to it. He was offside anyway.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty marginal decision there. But another exciting young player who likes to take on defenders. I think he senses a victory here, doesn't he?
He does indeed. He does indeed.
Andy Dyer. It's interesting, the body language of the two managers says a lot to me from this vantage point.
Right above the two managers here. Callum McKenzie to our left and Andy Dyer to our right. If it stays like this, by the way, Tommy, Newtown will climb out of the bottom two. They'll be level on points with Flint, but their goal difference is 2 better. They'll be on -22. Sorry, no, I make another error. They will stay in the bottom two because their goal difference is worse than Flint. And Llansawel, Briton Ferry, they will stay in 9th position. So, as you said earlier on, a point is no good to either side, really.
I think the only winners will be Aberystwyth and Flint.
Yep. Well, the gap will grow. Newtown will be on 20 points. So there'll be a 6-point gap from Aberystwyth to Newtown before Aberystwyth's next game. They're trailing 1-0 at home. There's Devon Torrey. He's coming on to replace Zeli Ishmael.
I'm really surprised to see Ishmael go off, to be honest with you, because he's the only player that obviously takes people on and gets in behind defenders.
Devon Torrey, who's returned from a loan spell with Aberystwyth. He's got 2 goals on loan for them. 3rd game since coming back. Keenan Patton with a 2nd goal for Barry Town. So it's Aberystwyth 0, Barry Town 2. And it is looking grim for your former side, Tommy.
Yeah, certainly. Things aren't very bright there at the moment.
So Aberystwyth 0, Barry 2. Cardiff Met 1, Penabont 1. That's only half the story. Billy Borge is sent off. Chris Craven, who'd scored the equaliser for Cardiff Met, missed the resulting penalty. 10-man Penabont still to beat Met this season. There's Tara just picks up possession. Fuller, good control under pressure. Brock, oh, lovely turn. He was pulled back by Robbie Evans. Out to Caleb Demery. Demery goes for goal, takes a touch, goes out for a corner kick. Oh, he's given a goal kick. Oh, dear me, Mr. Pratt, how did you not see that?
That is absolutely amazing. How did you not see that? That is incredible. That's a massive mistake. He's playing for everybody to see there.
And you know what, Tommy?
Handball as well,
indeed. Well, it should at least have been a corner kick, could have been a penalty kick. And he is not a happy man.
See, what I can't understand is that why can't somebody buzz him and tell him that's a corner? The fourth official's in front of us, he must have seen it. Oh, it's a nonsense, isn't it?
Well, Newtown, they've got away with one there. Dom Smith with a header. Gammond, towering header. Craig Williams up and under. There's Walters fights with Martin. And, all the second balls are falling for Briton Ferry Llansawel now. Oh, lovely touch from Caleb Demery. Demery goes for goal. His intent was obvious. Couldn't keep it down. Stays 2-2.
Again, really positive play from Ferry. Demery cuts inside Williams, creates a bit of space for himself and just couldn't get the shot on target. Again, that's when you're looking for a substitution. When he comes on, be positive, do something with the ball.
4 goals. They've missed an E in his surname there, by the way. He scored a couple of crackers this season. He's Caleb Demery. As Martin just plays a long, hopeful ball downfield.
Well, Brendan, we can get a dramatic winner here.
Well, they've just got over a minute of the regulation time, and there will be maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes of added time as Briton Ferry press. Effort coming in, keeper just parries it away. It's there for Demery once again. Demery cleared away. It's there once again for the visitors. Oh, lovely passing into Demery. Demery square, and somehow or other off Smith, and it's out for a corner kick. So close, the visitors.
Yeah, superb, intricate passing from Ferry. It's an excellent ball there. Again, pulled it back. Good defending though by Smith. Gets the block. It's all Ferry at the moment.
Oh, Newtown are hanging on.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're hanging on for dear life here at Newtown for the first point of Callum McKenzie's tenure. Are they in danger of throwing that all away into the last 10 seconds of regulation time? And just toe poked away by Robbie Evans. And Newtown will be happy just to see that ball just cleared away. 4 minutes. 4 minutes for the home side to hang on. And with 5 minutes of the first half to go, I never thought I'd say that, Tommy Morgan.
No, you're absolutely right there.
So we're into 4 added minutes. Jenkins. Briton Ferry, they really do smell blood here. Gammond, long ball forward. Oh, it was vital that Calvin Smith got to that one. Just bounces away to Demery. Demery back again to Demery. It's just those ricochets are falling for Briton Ferry Llansawel. Rickard takes a touch off the referee, and he'll just have to hold play up there. And Malcolm Allen has selected Cian Jenkins as tonight's man of the match, Tommy.
Yeah, it's certainly been a real bright spark for Ferry with these surging runs from left-back position.
Into the last 3 minutes, as Gammond just looking to capitalise on that left-back position for Newtown. As all headed on by Tara to Oswald. Robbie Evans. Comfortable for Jenkins. Demery. He's certainly added some sparks since coming on as Caleb Demery. Ball headed back into the box for Walters. And the presence of Shane Sutton was a huge one there for Newtown.
Well, it's chance after chance for Ferry. And this guy has lit the game up, Demery, since his rival on the pitch. And he done really well there, to be fair to him, Shane Sutton.
Almost fell for Jasper Payne. into the last 2 minutes of added time. Schwarzer, long ball forward, comfortable header for Gammond, who could have been in Malcolm's thoughts, I'm sure, for man of the match. Ball forward by Deshaun Martin, headed away by Cian Jenkins. And Tommy, this is what an advert for the league it's been.
Yeah, it's been superb, end-to-end stuff. Newtown dominated spells in the first half. Briton Ferry came back into it. And then again, at the start of the second half, the Robins were on top. But really, to be fair to Ferry, they've taken the game to Newtown and maybe deserve to win, maybe not. So I think maybe honours even is the right scoreline at the end of the day.
We're into the last minute. Is there to be drama at the end of the match? Ball forward by Sutton. Effort comes in. It's there for, dear me, Will Fuller. It was Dom Smith who had the effort. And Fuller, he's wasting no time at all. It's a long ball upfield looking for Payne. Payne. Oh, good touch. Lovely touch by Deshaun Martin. Free kick. And there'll be one last chance for the home side just to launch a long ball forward.
Yeah, a bit of a scramble from this. Again, they win the first header. Ooh. Oswell. He had a similar chance, didn't he, early in the game?
A yellow card for Tom Walters. Now this surely will be the last action of the game. Sutton just held up, played back in by Robbie Evans. Back-headed by Smith. Referee has a quick look at his watch. Play goes on. Williams with the header. Oh, Rickard got underneath that one. And it's headed away by man of the match, Jenkins. And, that one's too far ahead of Devon Torrey. You won't get to that one. And the referee brings a halt, brings an end to what has been a really, really excellent game. Aaron Williams, well, he gave Newtown the lead after 18 minutes. He can't believe that he's not on the winning side. Lead doubled by Jason Oswell after 22 minutes. Comfortable Newtown leading up to the half-time break. And then Corey Herford with a goal on 44 minutes before, well, an own goal from Craig Williams. Luke Bowen will claim the goal. It's finished here at Latham Park. Newtown 2 and Briton Ferry 2, and it's down to Dillon.
Well, Callum, commentator, wrapping it up there, saying your first point as Newtown manager. Are you happy with the point? Are you gutted not to win? What are the feelings after that?
Happy with the point in the end, given the last 15-20 minutes. But for the first hour, we've got to take our chances. The game should have been put to bed after 60 minutes. We should have been 4 or 5-1 up. Really wasteful. And then when you don't take your chances, they put a bit of pressure on. And you know, the lads have had to dig in and get the draw in the end. But yeah, I am disappointed with the draw. But good to end stop the rot, as you say. Yeah.
Yeah. So
trying to process it all. Sorry.
I bet I can imagine it was one of those games. It was great for us to watch, but
no, it was
from your point of view, it must be a very different type of watch.
It was far too stretched. We were unorganised in the last 20 minutes. You could see those scars from the first phase. As soon as I sort of got the first one, we became a little bit edgy. As I said, the forward boys have created some good chances up there, and they've got to put them away. And the game's done. But yeah, after they got the equaliser, it was tough going. But as you say, we've stopped the rot. There's something to build on.
You mentioned that before the game, the scars from the first phase. Could this point be a turning point for Newtown?
Yeah, hopefully. It could be a springboard. You know, when we look back at the end of phase 2, we could look back on this as being a good point. But I'm disappointed because we were in a good position. We were dominating the game, and we've let them back in.
Well, Callum, thanks for your time. We dragged you over. You can go and process it a bit more now. Thanks very much for your time. Brilliant. Thanks for your time. Yn y glaw fan hyn. Just i roi sgor i chi, bod beth sy'n digwydd. Wel, mae noson anhygol yn uwch gyngor Cymru. Beth yn y byd sydd wedi digwydd o ran Pen y Bont a Met Caerdydd? Bogey tîm go iawn. Met yw'r unig dîm dyw Pen y Bont ddim wedi ennill yn erbyn tymor yma. 2 gêm gyfartal yn y gyngor. Colli yn y cwpan. Maen nhw wedi colli heno o 2 gol i 1. Mae ar ben. Newyddion da'r Seintiau Newydd. Jack Field, 5 munud dros y 90, mae honna di hedfan mewn. Tipyn o stori o ran honna, tipyn o sioc hefyd. Ni cael mwy o ymateb fan hyn. Alex, hello. Thanks for joining.
No problem.
Very good. Where to start with that? What do you make of the result? You 2-0 down, finished as 2-2, so what are the emotions?
Mixed. I think first half, credit Newtown. I thought they were brilliant. They come out the blocks and they deserved their lead, and we were lucky, to be fair, to go in at 2-1. But maybe it's what we needed. It was a kick in the backside, as they say, and it was a kick on from there then.
I think tough start to the season. We've seen some character from this team recently. Is that what got you through tonight as well?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've shown a lot of character, especially after the first 6 games. It was real tough. But to build on what we have over recent weeks and to come here and not lose was the aim. So, yeah, I think we'll be happy. And tomorrow.
Going for it at the end as well. You're not a team to sit back and go for a point by the looks of it.
No, we got too much talent. The youngsters are phenomenal. Luke Bowen up front, Tom Alters, Tyler Brockey's boys, they score goals and we best when they are playing well, so we're not very good if you're just defending.
I don't know if you've seen the other scores tonight. It's one of those crazy nights. The second phase, Met have beaten Pen y Bont, Barry are beating Aberystwyth. Already it feels like these last 10 games are going to be interesting, to say the least, in the league. Can you stay up, maybe? That's the question.
Yeah, you'd like to think so. But it's all about the next game. We've got to perform next week and then we deal with the rest when it comes.
Brilliant. Well, we've enjoyed watching it. I don't know if you've enjoyed playing it. It's so
a bit of both.
Love a rest now, Alex. Thanks for your time, as usual. Brilliant to speak to you. Thanks very much. I'm trying to shake hands. We've got hands full here with umbrellas and microphones. And they're still congratulating here. Both teams still in high spirits after that draw. Mae wedi gorffen yn gyfartal gyda llaw. Wrth i fi gario man i siarad Saesneg am rhywbeth gyda chi. Gol di bod ar goeden y parc. Jack Thorne di cael gol i Aberystwyth. Aberystwyth 1, y Bari 2. Amser yn y gêm yna. Ni'n mynd i gael mwy o gyfaliadau yn y glaw. Fel un mae'r brig gyda llaw. Sean Marethol i Rhys Griffiths a Pen y Bont, byddwch chi'n tybio. Ar ôl colli yn Met Caerdydd o 2 gol i 1. Gol hwyr Jack Field. A nôl fan hyn, ni'n cael cwmni'r gol geidwad newydd. Ni'n ôl y gwylodion yna. Dre newydd yn gyfartal yn pwyntio gyda'r Flint erbyn hyn. A Llansawel allan ohoni Aberystwyth. Julian Schwarzer.
Hello.
Welcome to Newtown, first of all. What did you make of that?
It was a pretty crazy game, wasn't it? We started off really well, as you can probably see, 2-0 up, and then, you know, it was a pretty great free kick from the opposition team, and then a really unlucky deflection, which means we lost out on 2 points, which is bitterly disappointing for the team, and obviously on a personal note for my debut, I really wish we could have secured the 3 points. But, you know, we put it behind us, and I'm really confident we can get 9 wins, hopefully.
Yeah, you're joining a team that's scrapping to stay in this league, but
yeah.
First half it didn't feel like that. What have you made of it, the early days for you in general?
It was a cold, blustery evening. That's my first thought, but I really enjoyed it. The boys have been very welcoming, and I was pretty surprised. We went out flying. We shot out the blocks. It was just an unfortunate great goal, like I said, from the opposition, and then maybe we rested on our laurels a little bit. Didn't keep going at an aggressive pace, I think, which kind of cost us in the end. And then, like I said, unlucky with the deflection, because I really believe we would have got the 3 points otherwise.
Yeah, it's those fine margins as a goalkeeper,
really
I'm sure. We got to speak to your dad at half-time. It was great to speak to him. So he's been making notes, by the way. So
I'm sure he has. I'm sure he has.
What do you make of the league in general? I know it's early days, yeah. 1 game. What have you made of the league, the style of play? Is it as you expected?
Yeah, well, I've been away from the UK for a while. The last 2 years I've been in Asia, and this is proper UK football. This is how I remember: windy, cold, and then when it gets a bit tight near the end of the game, it's a lot of lofted balls over, and yeah, that's what I got to be ready for, and I will be ready for that. So I'm used to it. I've played a bit of non-league football in the UK. And no, I love it. I love it.
It's
very
great
excited
to have you here. Thanks very much for your time. We'll see much more of you over the next few weeks. Julian, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Diolch yn fawr, as we say in Wales. Julian Schwarzer gyda ni. Ni wedi siarad y tad ar mab gyda'r ysbryd glân cyddiwedd y raglen o bosib. Cofiwch amdano ni fan hyn. Eich apwyntiau penwythnos, nos lun, am 10, eto nos Fawrth, a cyfan ar-lein gyda ni ar sgorio. Dim esgus i golli dim, a pen y bont i colli eno yn erbyn Met. Maen nhw'n cwrdd y whole ffordd di Sadwrn, felly am ganlyniad yw honna. Cyfaliad arall, Andy Dyer joins us. Thanks for joining us, Andy. I don't know where to start with that. Are you happy, relieved, disappointed? What are the emotions?
Annoyed, to be honest.
Annoyed, okay. I didn't think of that one.
I'm annoyed with the boys in terms of how loose we were, and to give the 2 goals away like that. You give yourself a mountain to climb. We nearly got there. We nearly climbed it, should we say, but ultimately fell a little bit short. But any point on the road's a good point. So we take it and we move on to next week.
Yeah, it does feel like that in football. A point away from home, as you say, and to be 2-0 down. And to be still going for it at the end. You're not a team to sit back and look for the point, Andy.
No, well, listen, I think it's fair to say there was only one team trying to win the game of football, but we have to give Newtown credit as well. They've had good opportunities tonight in the game, and so have we. So maybe we have to accept that a point is a fair result all round, but just disappointed that we haven't pinched it at the end and the way we've conceded our goals. We contributed to them tonight.
There seems to be a spirit about your team. Is that going to be crucial in the next few weeks?
I think it's been crucial all season. We've kept together, we've kept growing, and tonight I just feel that we've missed an opportunity tonight to keep going. But that's not going to bother the boys. We draw a line today and we go again next week and look forward to the challenge next week.
You got a few old heads, obviously. Mr. Bowen leading the line, but these youngsters, they're great to watch, I got to say.
They're brilliant, and as you say, with a blend of the strikers up there, or the older boys up there, and Bowes to get 75 minutes on the pitch tonight and get us the equaliser. He's critical to us.
Andy, we'll let you go. It's been raining all day. Thanks for your time. Cheers. As usual.
Cheers.
See you soon.
Thank you guys. Thank
Wel,
you.
dyna ni. Am noson. Am ddechrau i ail ran y tymor. Cyffro o'r dechrau i'r diwedd, o'r brig i'r gwaelod. Ni'n mynd i dilyn y cyfan fan hyn ar sgorio. Diolch am eich cwmni. Wel, ni chi cyn fwy hir de. Ta-ra.